Something feels off with her, doesn't it? She says she loves you, but her actions don't match. You feel the distance, the affection, the warmth. It's not the same. And here's the truth. She might not be in love anymore.
She's just pretending.
In this video, I'll show you 5 clear signs that prove when her love is fake. And more importantly, how to recognize it before it destroys your confidence. If you've been feeling confused, second-guessing yourself or wondering why her energy changed, stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to protect your peace. Let's get straight into it. Why? She performs affection in public but withdraws in private. Have you ever noticed how she becomes the perfect girlfriend? The moment other people are watching. The way she holds your hand at dinner, smiles for the photo, says all the right things in front of friends. But the second the door closes and it's just the two of you, it's like the temperature in the room drops.
That's not love, brother.
That's performance. She's not trying to connect with you. She's trying to convince others that everything's fine. In public, affection costs her nothing. But in private, affection exposes truth. And truth is what she's trying to hide. And here's the thing most men miss. Fake love always needs an audience. It thrives on perception, not connection. She wants the world to think she's loving, supportive, loyal, because that image feeds her ego. But when it's just you, there's no reward in being kind, no audience to applaud it. So she stops showing up and you start doubting yourself, wondering, did I do something wrong? Did I change? No. You didn't. She just ran out of reasons to pretend. Real love is quiet. It doesn't need validation. Fake love performs until the lights go out. And that's where the real confusion begins. Because she'll still say, I love you. But those words start to sound mechanical. Rehearsed, like she's reading from a script. And that takes us to the next sign too. Her love feels like a script. You know that feeling when someone says, I love you, and instead of warmth, you just feel this emptiness. That's what happens when love turns into a performance. She still says all the right words. I love you. You're my everything. I don't know what I'd do without you. But none of it lands. It's missing life, missing heart, missing truth. Because when affection is real, it's spontaneous. It comes out naturally without calculation. But when it's fake, it follows a pattern, a rhythm designed to keep you calm, not connected. You'll notice it. She compliments you after you call her out. She texts just enough to reset the balance. Every I miss you feels more like a peace offering than a feeling. And that's how you know she's not expressing love. She's managing tension. Her goal isn't to connect. It's to control the atmosphere. She wants things to feel okay again, not authentic. And here's the subtle psychology. When a woman starts faking emotion, her tone changes, but her timing doesn't. She'll still say the same lines. But they'll come at the moments when she fears losing you, not when she truly feels close to you. And this is where most men start second-guessing everything. They think maybe they're overreacting. Maybe they're the problem. Though what you're feeling is emotional dissonance. Your instincts noticing the gap between her words and her energy. But here's where it gets worse. Because when love becomes scripted, It soon becomes scheduled. And that's the next stage most men fall for. 3. Her affection feels scheduled. You ever realize she shows affection only at specific moments? Like clockwork. She gets sweet right after a fight, warm right when you pull away, and distant again once she feels safe. That's not emotional flow. That's emotional timing. Her affection has a calendar behind it. It's predictable when she wants something attention. Forgiveness, stability. She turns on the charm when she feels secure again. The warmth disappears. And here's the dangerous part. Most men mistake this for progress. They think she's coming back. She's being loving again. But what's really happening is emotional maintenance. She's giving you just enough affection to keep you from questioning too much. It's not connection, it's control. Her care has conditions. Showing up only when it benefits her, not when you need her. And the sad truth, the moment you stop chasing, she reappears, not because she misses you, but because she misses the validation she gets from being wanted. This type of love feels like walking through a hallway, where the lights turn on only when you move. The moment you stop, everything goes dark. Real love doesn't run on strategy. It flows from consistency. But fake love, it appears on schedule. And here's where you need to pay attention, because when her affection becomes timed and predictable, what she's really revealing is that her feelings aren't alive anymore. They're managed, and that leads straight into something far more painful. When a woman no longer loves you, but still benefits from the relationship, she'll keep showing up just enough to not lose her comfort. But we'll talk about that next. Before we go on, if this message is hitting you, take 2 seconds to like the video and subscribe. It helps us reach more men who deserve the truth. Thanks very much. 4. She loves the version of you that benefits her. There's a painful moment every man reaches. The day he realizes she doesn't actually love him. She loves the version of him that makes her life easier. At first it feels like love. She laughs at your jokes, supports your goals, and seems proud to be with you. But slowly, you start noticing she only loves you when you're convenient, when you're giving, when you're patient, when you're doing things her way. But the moment you show your boundaries, your flaws, your stress, her warmth fades. You're not useful anymore. So her affection shuts off like a switch. And here's the part most men never talk about. She doesn't want you. She wants the feeling of being loved by you. You're the mirror that reflects her value, the emotional fuel that keeps her ego full. That's why she praises you when you're lifting her up, but goes cold the moment you stop performing. Real love is curious. It wants to know all of you, even your darker parts. Fake love is conditional. It exists only when you're feeding her emotional hunger. And if you ever stop, she starts to withdraw. She becomes distant, moody, or suddenly needs space. This is the most deceptive kind of pretending, because it looks like love. Feels like love, but underneath it's transactional. You bring peace, she stays. You bring effort, she stays. You pull back, she disappears. Brother, that's not a partner. That's a consumer. And if you stay in that dynamic too long, you'll forget what real intimacy feels like, because you'll always be performing to keep her satisfied. And that's why the next sign hits the hardest. Because once you start sensing she's emotionally gone, she probably already is 5. You sense she's already halfway out emotionally. There's a kind of silence that says more than any argument. You feel it before she even speaks. The energy changes. Her laugh sounds lighter around others, but heavier with you. Her eyes no longer hold that spark. Her presence starts to feel like absence. That's when a man's instincts kick in. Something's wrong, but he can't explain it. She's still there physically, but emotionally she's fading one piece at a time. She doesn't fight with you anymore. She doesn't ask questions. She just drifts. It's like she's preparing her heart for a life after you, while still using your stability in the meantime. Here's the brutal truth. When a woman's emotionally checked out, she doesn't always leave immediately. She'll linger because comfort is easier than courage. She'll smile, say, "I love you," and play the part until she finds the next chapter. And that's why her affection feels inconsistent. One day warm, the next day cold. You're not crazy. You're feeling the distance of someone who's already halfway gone. But here's what most men do wrong. They chase harder. They try to prove they're worth staying for. But you can't rebuild a bridge when the other side has already burned it. When her body's still there, but her emotions are gone. You're no longer in a relationship. You're in a memory that's refusing to end. And brother, the hardest part isn't losing her. It's realizing she was gone long before you noticed. But here's where you regain your power. Once you stop begging for closeness that doesn't exist, you start reconnecting with yourself. You stop waiting for fake love to return, and start preparing for real love to find you. So let's be real, she might still say, "I love you." She might still show up, but deep down, you already know the truth. If her affection is performed, if her love feels timed, if her words sound scripted, you're not being loved, you're being managed. The question is no longer, does she love me? It's, why am I still trying to earn love that doesn't exist? Remember, this real love is quiet, consistent and safe. Fake love is loud, timed, and temporary. So if she's pretending, let her. You just stop participating in the play. Because the moment you walk away from false affection, you make room for the kind of love that doesn't need an audience to prove it's real.